Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we have some exciting new tidbits and reveals onto the regards of some of the lore-based characters from Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Jude Law recently taken to reveal some facts about Jod Na Nawood's past. What we may very well see in the future exactly is also what we're going to be discussing in today's video. We of course are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, kind of break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost daily. There is a lot of Star Wars news and stuff going around. It can be a lot to keep track of. It's exactly why we are here. Not just to keep you guys updated with everything, but also break it down for you guys and get a better understanding. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from one of my favorites out there, StarWarsNewsNet.com, as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below. Seriously, give them a check. They're pretty awesome. Jude Law recently had taken to reveal Jod Na Nawood and had never actually used a lightsaber before the events of Skeleton Crew. Straight off the bat, I find it a bit hard to actually believe that because of some of the tidbits here and there that we even learn about Jod Na Nawood's past in the finale of Skeleton Crew, of how he was taken in by the Jedi, was presumably taken to the Jedi Order at the Jedi Temple, probably got his hands on a lightsaber at one point or another. Doesn't necessarily mean that he was ever actually trained to full-on actually use it, hence why he uses it so funny, if that's even a word, in Skeleton Crew when he is swinging it around. Recently, Jude Law made a surprise appearance at MegaCon 2025 for the event's Skeleton Crew's panel, and hopefully he'll be back around for Star Wars Celebration in a couple of months. And while in attendance, he revealed not only that Jod Na Nawood had never actually used a lightsaber before the events of the show Skeleton Crew, but that he had also decided not to practice fighting with a lightsaber before filming. Usually that's something that a lot of the actors do when it comes to using a lightsaber in the show or in the movie. They do a lot of extensive training with lightsabers to get, you know, the movements down and to get the choreography down. And for Skeleton Crew, it's a bit different because, for one, it's a part of the character. Like, he's never actually used a lightsaber before, as revealed, and for another is that he's not actually doing much choreography with it aside from swinging it around, threatening to cut off people's hands pretty much. So over ScreenRant.com, Jude Law had revealed that he and the showrunners John Watts and Christopher Ford of Skeleton Crew kind of liked the idea that he had zero lightsaber experience. Screen Rant had pointed out that the actor has also had experience using swords from past projects, but for Skeleton Crew, he essentially did not prep whatsoever when it came to handling the lightsaber. And even then, I think it's an arguable thing. Lightsaber usage is much different than comparing, you know, swinging around a sword. That approach paid off though, as Jod Na Nawood often did look a bit awkward when using the lightsaber throughout Skeleton Crew. His decision was likely helped by the fact that Jod never actually uses the lightsaber in a fight, only to threaten people and to do the occasional beheading, as I had mentioned. This tidbit of information also gives us a bit of a better idea of how long he actually spent with the Jedi Order before his master was killed, presumably from the events of Order 66. If she was killed before he had even gotten the chance to train with a lightsaber, it suggests that he was only ever affiliated with the Jedi for a very, very brief period at that, maybe a couple months at most. It might also help us better understand it from his point of view on the wider galaxy, as we're guessed at in our attempts to figure out Jod Na Nawood. For him to have a friendly and supportive mentor taken from him so early on in their relationship is cruel and tragic, of course, and would certainly have played a pivotal role in shaping his outlook on a galaxy far, far away and the overall galaxy as a whole, kind of just for his motives and for the reason for as of why he is the way he is. Doesn't really trust anybody and tries to use people to his advantage, of course, and his preoccupation with safety and comfort at almost any other cost, especially when it comes to other people. So as I had mentioned also from the get-go at the beginning of the video, I find it a bit strange that this is the case. Like, this is something that he himself kind of predetermined, Jude Law. That isn't to say that he didn't really have any helping, you know, when it comes to the creative efforts on Skeleton Crew, but usually these kind of things are revealed from the writers and from the people that actually created the show, John Watts and Christopher Ford. And in this instance, I'm not trying to, you know, not credit him or decredit him or whatever, say that he's wrong or whatever. It's just from the fact is that that's usually how we hear these things, but he does mention that that's kind of what Christopher Ford and John Watts did discuss with him and his character and the lore of his character, his past of Jod Na Nawood, is that this is something that he did not do perchance in his past, is using a lightsaber. So how does this kind of fit into the future of A Galaxy Far, Far Away, the Star Wars IP, and for a possible potential Star Wars Skeleton Crew Season 2. There, I said it. First of all, the idea of Skeleton Crew Season 2 is very well, it feels like, on the table, and something that Lucasfilm very well could, and honestly should consider. It definitely is very obvious that John Watts and Christopher Ford have mentioned plenty of times at this point, time over time, that they have ideas, they have a story that they would love to tell with Skeleton Crew Season 2, but what that story exactly is something that we don't really know. What we do know is that it's probably a story that's very much into the involvement of Jude Law's character of Jod Na Nawood. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it just probably wouldn't really be about the kids all that much. They kind of have their happy ending. Not just that, but it also feels like it's kind of an uphill battle at that point, as to, you know, into reference for Stranger Things over on Netflix. These kids are aging. They're going to get older. By the time a season 2 rolls around, they're going to be young adults in their later teens, if not maybe even in their early 20s at that point, because it takes so much time to actually develop these shows and these projects. Something that the show's creators did really specifically reference and mention, though, however, when it came to teasing some of the future of Skeleton Crew, is that they don't want to necessarily put an exact date on when it actually takes place. Of course, we know that it takes place in the Mandoverse, that post-Return of the Jedi era, but they never give a specified actual date or year per se, like a after Battle of Yavin, like we do for the Mandalorian's different seasons, Ahsoka and the Book of Boba Fett's, like all other Mandoverse shows, and they say that in particular specifically because they don't know how long it's going to take and kind of how that lines up with the kids and aging. Thanks so much for joining us today, Star Wars fans. If you're passionate about all things of A Galaxy Far, Far Away, whether it's the movies, TV shows, legends, or deep dives into more Star Wars lore, you've come to the right place. We're here to talk about everything from the rise of the Jedi to the fall of the Empire and so much more. We break down your favorite characters, unpack hidden Easter eggs, and give you our predictions for the next big adventure in the Star Wars universe. And whether you're a Padawan or a seasoned Jedi Master, we've got something for you. And if you want to take your Star Wars fandom to the next level, make sure to check out our online merch shop linked in the description down below. We've also got a couple of codes for you guys to get some cash off, so definitely use those. But we offer anything from t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and so much more, so check those out. You'll also find a couple of affiliate links down there as well. At no additional cost, you can support the channel. So check out our links in the description down below. Don't also forget to follow us on our social medias as well for even more Star Wars content. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, and bringing you all of the latest updates, behind the scenes sneak peeks, and all of the Star Wars fun that you can handle. All linked in the description down below. And thanks so much for being a part of the Star Wars family. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates and videos here on the channel. Remember to never stop exploring the galaxy, and may the Force be with you always. Peace out.